Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 43 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of Minecraft 1.21. Today, the plan is, let's automate and play with Extended AE. So between episodes, I started looking at the crafting processes. So we need to get Entro-infused ingots, which is an in-world transformation of Entro dust, gold, and lapis. Or we can do it with a reaction chamber, but I kind of like the in-world we'll see if we need to get to this point, but I like in-world transformation. Like, I like... there's enough mods where it's you put items in and you get items out, where I like the variation on that theme. So, like, the in-world transformation and, like, those are fun. I just, like, it's a little bit more of an automation challenge and therefore is more interesting, I think, for me. So I want to go with this one. That said, we're going to have to tweak the way our existing one works or change things up. So we'll look at that in a minute. However, to get this Entro dust, we need to crusher the Entro crystal and the Entro dust. So that one's easy, right? We just need to go over here to our crusher, which... Remember I said we were getting to the point soon where we're going to run out of space? Yeah, like Crusher is rapidly becoming a use case for this mod that we're trying to get into, because we're going to need an extended pattern provider on that thing pretty soon. Okay, so to get this going, right, are you still full of junk that I don't need you to be full of? Nope, good. Okay, so if I want to get the crystal assembler, which is what I'm going to need to make this thing that I want to make, I need an extended machine frame, which is going to need Entro-infused ingots. So let's get them cooking right now. So the Entro-infused ingot, I'm thinking I could like sneak behind this wall frame here, right? So the advanced dropper, currently we're filtering what order things drop. I don't think we need to do that on this particular machine. Because whenever AE inserts stuff into this dropper, it's going to insert the correct amounts for me. So I don't think we need to worry about filtering this. And because we're no longer needing to worry about filtering it, I can easily add this exact same setup to this dude, right? Now, the only other thing we will need to do for this is to figure out where my collector is. So you're doing that. That's cool. Where's the collector for you? Because there's got to be a collector for you somewhere. Where did I hide the collector? Got to be a collector here, right? Is it on that side of the wall? I think it is. There he is. Hey, buddy. How's it going? All right, so I need you to also be allowed to collect Entro-infused ingots. Cool? Did such a good job of covering up my messy dire wire that I couldn't even find it. So now, if I came in here and said, I would like to make an extended machine frame, please make me 4 of those, and hit start. Aha! Look at it work. And it worked! Well, that was easy. That was cool. Gotta love it. Okay, and then from here, we can make our crystal assembler, which doesn't look too bad. I prepped... between episodes, I made an extra crafting terminal and skystone tank so that this thing would be doable. Awesome. Okay, one other thing I might do here is increase the drop amount to like 32. So that way it runs just a little bit quicker. So if I said I wanted some Entro, did like 10 of those. It's going to drop multiple stacks at once and be a little bit quicker. Sweet. Okay, cool. So that'll just drop 32 items. It should be fine because whatever goes into this dropper is going to already be correctly balanced out. So I think we're good there. Awesome. Oh, also, I forgot last episode, I crafted coprocessors, but I never placed them. So adding them is pretty easy. Just note that you always want these to be in a cuboid. So like doing this is bad, doing this is good. You'll know it's bad because it'll look wrong and it won't connect to cables. But then you're good, right? So by doing this, we now have 3 coprocessors per crafting storage, which means we can craft 4 things at the same time. So like usually when we have steps, like we were waiting for a bunch of stuff, if you don't understand how this works, just know like put a few on there, can't hurt. Except it might cost more RF. I don't know. Whatever. All good. So now we've got a crystal coprocessor, which I'm excited about, and that's kind of cool. Where should I put him? I guess I could put him in here. You know what? That seems like a cool idea. I like that plan. I like that plan. How about we use this space a little bit more effectively? Because this space wound up being more than I needed it to be. Okay. So crystal assembler. Auto export items will not be will be auto exported through any extraction of that. Okay, that's cool. So crystal assembler. Let's figure out first and foremost what all you can make. So I'm going to need a pattern provider over here. You're going to do that. And then we can run our cables. Right all up in here. Cool. And that brings you online? Yes, device online. Sweet. Okay. So let's go teach this thing how to make the advanced dude. Now there's a couple things that we might need to worry about, and we'll deal with that when we get to it. So the ME extended pattern provider is going to require all these things. It also needs to know how to make capacity cards, which I can teach pretty easily. Okay. Now it's also going to need to know how to make concurrent processors. Now that's the one we don't know how to make yet. So that's going to be an inscriber recipe. Okay. And you're going to need to know how to make this, which is going to be a new inscriber. Or we could get a circuit slicer. That's kind of cool. Circuit slicer looks nice. I might want to try this because that looks neat. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Look at all that. Okay. Circuit, crystal, okay. 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 So that's neat. So I think we can like forego the whole thing, right? Okay. So printed calculation circuit is still going to be there, or I can put that in the crystal assembler. Ooh. Ooh. So what we could do is replace all those things that we have over there and consolidate them. That could be cool. I think we should do that. I'm on board with that. So I might do that. I might move that. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm on board. I'm on board for sure. So let's get started with stuff here, and then we'll kind of expand. Okay? Is that cool? So you're going to be that guy. You're going to be... I need one of you if I really want this to work. So you need engineering processors, right? You're a crystal assembler recipe. Okay. So I need all the presses, including a concurrent press, which is this. So I need a silicon press. I mean, realistically, I just need all the presses. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this silicon press, I can throw an iron block into this dude. Yeah, I think I can replace this whole setup with just 2 machines. If I'm not mistaken. All I'm going to need is my buddy, the silicon press, wherever he is. Make another one of those. Thank you. Cool. Okay. And then you get 4 Entro crystals and 2 Eyes of Ender. And a silicon press. Now, do you need power or anything? Guess we'll find out. Do you need water? Or is that, like, not really? It doesn't say I need water for this piece of it. So I'm guessing you need power of some kind. So you have 0. So maybe you're not sending AE to each other. That might be a minor problem that I can solve. Now you should have AE, device online. You should be using power. Did I miss the part where this thing did something? Oh, did it craft? It may have crafted. It may have crafted. Yep. Concurrent press. So he did the push thing. So, like, everything disappeared because it crafted and pushed. Cool. Okay. So that's cool. So now I should be able to combine all 5 of these, right? Along with 8 engineering, an extended machine frame, and a stone cutter. Okay. Let me do this. Nope. Okay. It went. It went. There it is. Circuit slicer. Neato. All right, you're with me, friend, because I actually decided I'm going to relocate you guys over to here. Is that cool? Now, I'm still going to need my charger, I assume. Reactive chamber can do it. Certus quartz crystal plus water equals charge Certus quartz. So I could upgrade this with a reactive chamber, which also does some other cool stuff. So I might look at that. But I'm going to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dude. And this is actually going to cut down on a lot of channel use too. But I should be able to do circuit slicer and crystal assembler. Now, hopefully they'll push behind themselves, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Cool. And then I might be able to move you down 1. I'm going to have to reprogram most of this, but that's not too big of a problem. Okay. So your deals will be, you are now going to be block of silicon. Okay, which will be crafted like so. Okay. And then you will instead be block of diamond. Okay. You will instead be block of gold. You 3 stay the same. Fluix dust we might have to deal with in a minute, but I can probably just put that into a crusher, right? I assume that the crusher can do Fluix dust. Yes, perfect. Okay. Oh, that's right. I knew I was missing 1, and it was down here hiding on me. You need to be that. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So now your circuit slicer will do these 4 all in one machine. And I'm assuming throwing acceleration cards in there is not a bad idea. Okay. And then you might need to be adjusted, so we're going to check. Okay. So you, for this recipe, it's 4 at a time. And you, for this recipe, is also 4 at a time. And you, for this recipe, is also 4 at a time, I assume. Yep, and same deal. I'm cool with that, right? And then you're going to be the processing recipe. Cool. So you guys all go in there. And hopefully you push to the back, but we're going to find out. And then you can hopefully go here. This might be another machine anyway, but we'll find out. Okay. Cool. Now if I said I wanted an engineering processor, it's... Did it push into the side there? I think it did push into the side. So it's doing that side push thing, which is bad. So we definitely don't want to allow that to happen. So what I could do is do this. Crystal assembler there. Cool. And then we could do that and start. And then you auto eject. Sweet. Okay. Well, that's neat. If I wanted like 10 of you. Not too shabby. Okay. I like. All right. That's cool. Now the reaction chamber can be used to make other things. Cool. Cool. That includes your charge Certus, among a bunch of other stuff. So the reaction chamber looks to be a replacer for the in-world crafting recipes, like this. And it's also a replacer for... That's interesting. It's an interesting recipe. The charging station dude, right? So reaction chamber is an interesting one for sure. Cool. Okay. So, I mean, that's a start. And I'll tidy up the walls and everything here in a minute. I'm just debating. Like, I don't know if I'm done with this machine. But now, I should be able to get some extended printed concurrent circuit. Do you not know how to make those? Right. I made those by hand? Did I not teach you? Did I make those by hand? Concurrent circuit. I need you to know how to make that. That's going to be you. And that means you need to know how to make this. And you're going to be the cutter for that. So now if I want an extended... Nice, right? I might want to try out this charger thing just for the charger capabilities of it, just to make it faster at that point. So reaction chamber, you say, but I think this is working. So a reaction chamber, you say. We're going to need a matter condenser and a vibration chamber from AE2. Doesn't look too bad. Condenser. Vibration chamber. Come on. See, we're waiting on charge service. That's why we're going to want to speed this up a little bit. Cool. Reaction chamber. Reaction chamber, you say. So the reaction chamber will go here. You will also auto-export from your sides. And that's cool. Now you're going to need some water for some of these recipes, it looks like. But now we could change this pattern over here for the charged Certus. and do, oh, you do 64 at a time. Look at you being all fancy. But you do need water. You do need water. Okay. Cool. Okay. So water. Let's handle water. So let's, for the first time ever, get fluids into our AE system. So I have a sink. I should be able to just storage bus that sink and access the water directly that's in the sink. Now the sink is here. How am I for channels over here? One thing I did do kind of a bad job of is managing channel usage and everything over here. So over here we've got 11 in use, and you've got a few going down these directions. I should be able to snake. In this direction? Not quite sure where I am relative to the sink and all that, but... Okay, so you're getting there-ish. Oh, there we go. Found my sink. Nice. Okay, so I should be able to attach a storage bus here. So AE2 has native support for fluids, which is awesome, because it didn't always. And now it does, and that's great. By the way, can I have more cables without too much fuss? Yes, but you have to craft some charged to get there. Woot! We just barely made it. Okay. So if I look, I should now have water available in my AE system, because a sink is basically an infinite water tank. We can also attach, for example, a storage bus to here and have access to our polymorphic fluid. We can attach it here to have access to our Eclipse Ember, right? All that stuff, you can basically hook up a storage bus to any fluid tank, and you'll get access to the fluids in here. Furthermore, you can click on it to get a bucket out, assuming you have buckets in your system. So every time you click this, it's going to do that. Okay, it's going to use up the bucket. Now I might right-click to store water, so you can do the same deal. Cool? Neat, right? Super neat. Okay. So now that we have that, we can also export fluids using an export bus. So I can come down here, and I can export bus water by dragging it in from JEI. Okay. I am going to need more cables. Is this enough to just temporarily hold me over? Yes. Sweet. Cool. So now if we look in here, you can see it filling up with water. Now I might need some acceleration cards for that, but we can absolutely handle that because we have a bunch, don't we? So acceleration cards will make it dump water in that much faster. Cool. Awesome. So now, and then finally I'm going to throw some acceleration cards in there to make him nice. Okay, so now if I want to make myself cables, that shouldn't be too shabby. Your device is online. You've got water. Why are you 0%ing? Sigma Sports Crystal. Water. Used power. Device online. Bueller? There's something I'm missing? Sing! Accelerating chemical reactions. Catalyst fluid in a great amount of power. Reactions that naturally occur can be forced to happen inside the chamber. It can be quite power hungry when sped up. This accelerates the rate at which total power is consumed. To be able to power properly, there are a few options. Full block pattern provider. A full block pattern provider is capable of connecting the reaction chamber directly to a grid, allowing power to be extracted. If the total power stored in the grid is lower than the required power per tick, no progress will be made and no power will be consumed. That's the problem. We're going to need dense energy cells. That's our problem. So this guy needs a lot of power. 1300K, which is 1.3 million, right? Stored currently is merely 18.8. So we're going to need a dense doohickey, dense energy cell. Mega Cells has a super dense energy cell, but dense energy cell will suffice. We are going to need Fluix dust times 32, which, ironically, can't get right now. What's with all the mobs everywhere? Don't I have a thing that says no mobs nearby? I thought I had a feral dude that was like preventing mob spawns in the immediate vicinity. We have the feral flare lantern. You know, we could do a mega torch at this point, right? I don't have to deal with like mob noises. So feral flare lantern lights up the area. Mega torch prevents mobs from spawning in a large area. So all those mobs that are hanging around out there should no longer be allowed to spawn. Okay, so I need more charged Certus. I think a sneaky way I could do it. No, I can't. Charger can do it, or the reaction chain can do it. Where's my charger? I'm gonna have to like temporarily use you to get you back up and running. Which is kind of annoying, but meh. I can manage. You go here for a sec. I'll borrow you. And I'll be back in a minute once I make enough charged. Alright, so that's 8 energy cells, which becomes a dense cell, which can hold 1.6 million energy. So if I stick that there, you should be cool now. You have 1.6 million energy in the buffer, which means that if I came over here and said I wanted my cables now, you would insert thing and do thing. I think it crafted so fast I didn't notice, which is always a good sign. That is cool. Okay, how do we like this setup then, huh? I think it's neato. I think it's really neato. I think it's super neato. I'm liking it. All right, so that is some extended AE options, right? And now if we look at the extended pattern provider, we should have no problem adding to the crushing factory. See all these, look at all these recipes and stuff. That's bananas. We're going to want to exchange that for one of these so we can put them all in like that. And boy, isn't that better. Now we have a lot more room to expand. Love it. All right, wrapping up point for the episode. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, because we'll do more of it coming up soon. So for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys let me know what you think, because first time trying this mod out, and I really like it. I think it's a very cool mod, and I'm on board. For now, take it easy.